everybody. Guess you guys have seen me around and Dave's conference and everywhere on Facebook and all that good stuff. Not going to take too much time, but I guess I might start my presentation. I know what I'm talking about. I guess since my remote doesn't work, somebody needs to be pressing the button.
You want me up there?
Yes, please. Left it on and battery died. Let me start the slide presentation. There we go.
I've got some battery.
Need AAA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got double A here too. My name is Bob Dahdaleh. I call myself Cosmic Counselor. You know. My background is basically the cosmic word came from the Rosicrucian order that I was a member of, because they always use the divine or the universe as cosmic consciousness. So I picked that name and kept it with me. And counselor, thought myself as Counselor Troy on Star Trek. Because I know it all, but I want to help people with the way I can, with what I learned, and I'm always learning from people, and I can teach also. So yeah.
Which one is it? Down arrow?
Yeah, up or down, whichever. All right, what I'm going to talk about is know thyself. This is written on the ancient not Roman, but the Greek temples. It's about knowing who you are. That's our purpose in life. It's just knowing who you are, and talk a little bit about feng shui. But I'm not going to get into details. But mostly what I want to talk about today is the space clearing and decluttering, because when you're talking about forgiveness or letting things go in your mind, in your spirit, there's a related item to it in your physical world. So if you have something in your environment that somebody gave you, or you develop memories with someone with that object, then that object, every time you see it, that memory is with you all the time, subconsciously or consciously. So what you want to do in releasing and forgiving is also letting go of the physical stuff that you have around you, that, working on your subconscious to let go of that memory or the emotion or the heartaches or whatever, and only surround yourself with the things that can help you. That's there's a lot of people. You went through it. You went through clearing and decluttering and cleaning out your space. Back in 2009, I started talking about feng shui and clearing and decluttering. And the next few years, I keep teaching my classes, and people talk about. Say, you know what? Since 2010, I've been on that mode to clear and declutter. This is basically what's happening with us, because of 2012, the changes and all of this stuff. We have to let go of the past. We can't have a better future if we hang on to the past. And our past is also, stuck in the object we have around us. I went through one big major change a couple of years ago. I let go of my house, not by choice. I left half my stuff in it. I didn't want it. So, that's basically one major space clearing, because I studied feng shui in 2009 with Marie Diamond, and since then I've been wanting to clear my house and go through the stuff. And what happens is also the more stuff you have, the harder it is for you to go through it, because you see the movie Hoarders or the TV series Hoarders and stuff like that. That becomes your comfort zone. You can't let go of it. So you need outside help to come in and just help you through it. And all right, so who you are. We are spiritual beings having human experience. Right now we're in duality consciousness, and we're moving into unity consciousness. That means we are one, like we're talking about. And whatever I do to you, it happens to me. Whatever I can affect the world in my thoughts and my feelings and all of this stuff. So when I improve myself, I am also improving the world. That's basically how unity consciousness works. So We need to remember that we are co-creators of our lives, and once we take responsibility and our power back, um, we're also, not broken like religion want to teach us. All of this stuff need to be fixed or saved. That's part of their control over us. So we are divine. They call us mini gods, mini-me. So in feng shui, there's three things that affect your luck. In Chinese they call it luck, or fortune, or whatever good things happen to you. On the soul level, or the heaven luck, or the soul, is the circumstances when you were born. So you look at the astrology, numerology, the family you're born into, the place you're raised, and the karma you're bringing in from past life. That's your heaven luck. Your human luck is what have you done since then? Your attitude, behavior, education, thoughts, actions, and beliefs. And the last one is your earth luck, is the body part, is the positive and negative influences you have in your environment where you live. Like I said, this is where feng shui works. And then the first step in feng shui, before you start rearranging your furniture and doing colors and all of this stuff, is you have to make sure your space first is clear. Otherwise, if some situation where you need to put mirrors to reflect what reflect or deflect the energy inside your house, but once you have a mirror, that means it's reflecting also what it sees. So if you have clutter, you have double clutter now.
Exponential.
Yeah. All right, feng shui. All right, there's many schools. There's different ways of looking at feng shui. I studied with Marie Diamond, and she teaches the classical compass feng shui. That means we need to take at your personal birth year, like in the Chinese year, and there's specific directions that work for you. And there's 8 directions. One is success, health, relationship, and wisdom. These are the 4 good directions. And then you got 4 bad directions. The other one
I don't
is...
care about them.
Yeah. Anyway, so you work with your first 4 directions, and then whatever you want to do, you want to be sleeping in your success direction with your head pointing toward it, or when you're sitting, you want to point toward that. If you can't, for whatever reason in your arrangement of your house or office, then you pick one of those 4, whatever you can work with. So that gives you the best environment or best position, energy with the universe to work with you. If you're sleeping in your total loss, which is the last, the worst one, is you can have problems. Or you can look at feng shui also as a diagnosis tool to see what's going on in your environment, to see what's going on, how it's related to your life. So declutter, 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 and then let go of the stuff that no longer serve you. That's your past. Surround yourself with the things that uplift you, and you want to, that's basically what's related to your future. This is Marie Diamond. You probably, if you've seen The Secret, she's one of the teachers. Yeah, The Secret came out in 2006, and in 2008, I got her home study course that Learning Strategies developed because it had a good price, 62% off instead of, and I had 4 months to pay for it, so I paid $100 a month to get a $900 course. Space cleaning, decluttering. Less is more. That's basically what you need to have around you. That's in your environment. If you have a lot of stuff, you need to go through it, make sure only what you need, and also in the space where you live, or sleep, or have in your office, you're now, the moment that where you are now is about 6 feet around you. So that's your environment, that's your now. So if you have, let's say you're in an office and you have files from years and years and years ago, that's basically decluttering your space, your now. You want to keep your space clear, at least around you, where you sit, where you spend most of your time, like in the bedroom or office, kitchen, bathrooms, all of this stuff, you don't care as much about. Just keep it clean and not cluttered. But where you spend most of your time, that's the energy of the object around you are affecting you. So you want to keep them in the now, what you're working on right now. past. When you clear things out, you're making more room for new things to come into your life. That's the law of attraction. You know, people have seen The Secret, it's not working. Well, they haven't cleared their past. They have not made room in their physical space, spiritual, etheric, you know, all of that. They have not made the room for new things to come into their life. So less material stuff, it's more spirit. More space to have fun.
My part.
Yep. And then space clearing is not just your space, it's, you know, it's the world. Whenever you have things that you can give to someone else, then you're helping them, but also you're helping yourself. So, and also you're clearing your space, you're improving, you know, your attitude and emotions and all of this stuff. Whenever you improve yourself, you're improving everybody else around you. Like forgiveness, you do it for yourself and everybody else, then you're helping the whole energy level. And there's a meditation that Marie Diamond have to go through before you start space cleaning, because that gives you the ability to let go of things without being attached to them. All right, when you go into a cluttered room, there's within 3 seconds, your brain goes into beta wave. It's chaos. You know, that's why you need to, I mean, if you're trying to get some work done, and you come into your office and it's cluttered, you can't be efficient in working. You know, that's why you need to let go of these things, or you go pick a space that nothing is going on, so that you can have the mental clarity to be able to work. Because clutter affects your mind. And when you start the process of decluttering, start with 25% of what you already have, then go to 50% and 75%, so you're going to end up only with 25% with what you started. And then creating abundance for others. So whenever you pick a closet or room or something, you can have like 6 boxes to start working with, whatever you're going to keep, whatever you want to keep for your family, your friends. You want to give away to charity, sell, or throw away, or recycle. So that, you know, there's purpose for all the stuff you have. I didn't have the time to go through it, so I just left it behind, let them deal with it.
So, you know, clutter is one of the highest stressors. That's just an easy way to say it, right?
You ever said it, leave.
Leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, you never said
Yeah,
it.
leave
Leave.
behind,
Leave it.
yeah.
Leave behind.
Leave it for the next person.
Yeah, the real estate guy that was, you know, trying to evict me out of my house, he said, do you know that, you know, next week they're gonna come and evict you? I said, yeah, I'm already out. I mean, I thought on the 4th of April of last year, they were gonna come in. That's the court, you know, said that I'm supposed to leave. But it wasn't until a week later, like on the 16th. I said, yeah, already out, just bring a dumpster. I left everything behind. So, if you're moving into a new space, or you know, you want to improve your physical space and environment, wash the walls, or you know, while you're painting, or you can do anything like that with happy thoughts, or you know, play good music that uplifts you, because you're adding your energy into the walls, into the stuff that you have around you. You know, that's why you do saging when somebody else comes in, and you know, to clear that space out of their energy, good or bad, you know, it doesn't matter, because that you want to reserve your own energy and keep it as high as possible. Same thing with closets and, you know, shelves and everything else. Marie Diamond likes lavender because lavender is the highest frequency for clearing. It's also purple. That's why yesterday I was wearing purple. That's, you know, never really paid attention. But, yeah, lavender essential oil, you can add it to paint if you know, want to do something, you know, painting or something like that, because that high energy of the lavender will stay in the walls and the paint and all this stuff. So there's many ways to improve your environment with using lavender essential oil, or you can mist it. If you go to a hotel room, you know, you can have your own bottle of mist, lavender essential oil, you know, water with it or something like that. Just spray it all the way around. It kind of clears that space for you. Yeah, mirrors hold energy because, you know, if you move into an old house or old space, the previous tenants or people that were living there, that energy is still in these mirrors. So there's ways to clear mirrors. You can leave them out in the sun all day long because you need the energy of the spectrum of light from dusk to dawn, because it goes from all the way red to infrared, purple or
Indigo.
indigo. Yeah, the whole spectrum of the light, that would basically clear the energy of the mirrors, or just get rid of them and you know, change them.
Leave them alone.
Well, I mean, if you're moving into a new space,
Yeah.
or you already are in a space that you feel things that are not working, work on your mirrors. Or you can, you know, use, I always have, any cleaning products I have lavender scented or something like that.
Wanda sells that, makes it too.
Yeah. So living in the now is the way of the future. Time itself will become a thing of the past. That's Swami.
We had fun with him.
Yeah, that's, you know, that's the old house of where I used to live. That's my bedroom. I keep it clean and uncluttered and simple. And I got different things in it going on that relate to different directions in feng shui. Southwest is my wisdom and spirituality. So that's why I have a cross and some symbol. This is my relationship direction. I think that was west. I have a picture of what I'm looking for or something like that. So anyway, yeah, this, you can use your space to use the feng shui and lay out things in your space that relate to your different directions. And you know, we don't have time to go
And the
through this.
crystal from the ceiling, right? The crystal.
This, yeah, in a sense, yeah, these are lead crystals. They're not really crystals, but yeah, I mean, that's what I had. You don't see here, what I have is, in relationships, the color is pink. So, and you want to put two things that are pink, so I had two quartz crystal hearts that I put them in the bag. I didn't have a shelf, so I just stuck them on the wall. That's another, the entrance of my previous house. I used to have that as a storage room, and good, not a good thing if you, as soon as you walk into the house, you have clutter. So I moved things around, and that became my small dining room, and kept it clean and uncluttered and, you know, open. Because and that's something I saw this morning on Facebook. I put it up.
What is no longer serving me, I release it to create space for what inspires me. That's beautiful.
See you later.
Get her done.
Get it done. All right.
Homework.
Homework, yep, that's your homework. Go clear your space.
Great.
All right.
It's very, very enlightening, and I appreciate your encouragement. You know, I figured out long before I knew anything about feng shui, or how to say that word even, that there was, I have still, my ex-husband's house has an attic, a house full, but an attic full of all my stuff from my childhood, my kids' childhood, everything is in that. And every single thing has an attachment with energy. And I kept thinking, it's just, you know, one of these days I gotta go do that, one of these days. And so you're always in that mode of, one of these days I gotta, and I still have to do it, right?
You're blocking your future.
And, yeah.
I was just going to say, one thing that I did was my mom gave me all of my stuffed animals from when I was a kid. And I open it up and it's like, these have so many good memories, but I don't want them anymore. And I actually took them to a photographer, and I had a picture taken of all of them, and then I got rid of the stuffed animals and I kept the little picture.
Yeah.
The picture gives you the exact same emotional response, right?
Yeah.
And that's something that I've learned too, so, you know, moving forward, I will, I still have that work to do.
Yeah,
but,
because in your house, the floor you're living on is your now, your past is your basement, your future is your attic. So if you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That attic wasn't above it, it was on the same, it was second level in the house, but
Okay,
it
but
was walking
anyway,
attic,
yeah,
but,
above you.
and another thing that when this is, I think is, as I'm on my journey and learning things, I could clean out an airplane galley, I've been all night long organizing and taking bags, I mean, they've continued, every time they stop, they bring another load of tea bags and, stuff that, in these drawers, and I could take 4 or 5 trash bags off at the next stop, off of the little galley, you're like, really? And I realized that people were going, oh, you're so organized. I'm like, I had no emotional attachment to one thing in that galley. I knew what was supposed to be there. So everything we pick up, is like, so that meditation probably will help a great deal with that.